What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Judeo, and I'm back again with a new video. So today we're going to be reacting to 15 unexpected things you only see in Brazil. I'm excited to get into this one. Without wasting your time, let's check it out.
Doesn't do things in small doses. Yup, this awesome South American country is larger than life, which is why millions of tourists flock to Brazil every year to soak up the culture and see the incredible sights. If you want a vacation like no other, brush up on your Portuguese and book yourself a ticket to the biggest country in South America. From beautiful floating islands,
Brazil is the biggest country in South America? I didn't know that.
To the world's most famous and fabulous carnival, these are the 15 unexpected things you will only see in Brazil.
I like this thing.
Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to The Supreme, and click the notification bell for more lit content. Let's get rolling. Number 15, Anaconda Crossing. While the Netherlands has built bridges for their rabbits to cross highways, and India waits patiently for holy cows to cross the road, in Brazil, they've got a whole other beast on their hands. Yup, Brazilians have been sharing their street with giant green anacondas for years. These mega serpents are one of the largest snakes on earth. That's right, this is not just a freak occurrence that happens from time to time. In fact, it's a routine occurrence. Imagine cruising down the road in your car and
That's crazy. Don't they hurt people? Because that is a very big snake.
seeing one of these bad boys slithering right across your path. Yup, if you thought sitting in traffic was one of the worst things that could happen on your daily commute, think again. This gigantic 10-foot snake was trying to jaywalk, or should we say slither, when people began to get out of their cars to halt incoming traffic and alert drivers of the huge reptile. Thanks to the help of these thoughtful onlookers, the bold snake reached his final destination safely. We've heard of a zebra crossing, but never an anaconda crossing.
Never.
What would you do if you saw this enormous snake coming towards you?
Run. Run. That's the only thing my mind is going to think.
Would you get out of your vehicle or just drive as far away as possible?
Yeah,
Let us know what you think in the comments. Number 14, the tallest water slide in the world. This crazy water slide is as high as a 14-story building. That's right, This Brazilian ride is for the most extreme thrill seekers only. The famous Insano water slide sends people flying down a near vertical drop, reaching speeds of up to 65 miles per hour.
65 miles per hour. The driving speed limit in Vancouver for the city roads is 50 miles per hour. So you can picture and imagine how fast that would be.
Truly one of a kind, and something you wouldn't experience anywhere else. Despite being 134 feet tall, the ride is over and done with in just 5 seconds. Imagine lining up for this water slide all afternoon just for it to last a mere seconds. It must be really worth it. The notorious water slide was built in 1989 and holds the official Guinness World Record for the highest water slide on Earth. So where can you find this free-falling Tower of Terror? That would be the famous
Tower of Terror. I like how he called it.
beach park, located in Aquiraz, Brazil. Amazing, right? Would any of you guys ever ride this terrifying water slide? Number 13,
No, not me.
Fisherman and Dolphin Alliance. In Laguna, Brazil, dolphins have formed a very unlikely and totally unique alliance with the local fishermen. That's right, this symbiotic relationship has been going on for over 30 years, and both parties are interested in one thing and one thing only: mullets. We aren't talking about the awesome hairstyle though. We're of course talking about the delicious fish. So how does it all work? Well, groups of up to 20 bottlenose dolphins work together to herd the schools of mullet fish towards the shore, where the Brazilian fishermen wait with their nets. The fishermen can't see the fish in the cloudy Laguna waters, and so the dolphins will slap their heads and fins against the waves to signal to their human buddies when it's time to cast their nets out. This thrashing motion also works to break up.
Really? This is a real thing? How did it start? I'm going to read about this. I want to know more.
Up the mullet fish into smaller groups, making them easier to catch. Pretty amazing, right? These fishermen are dependent on these epic dolphins to help them make their living, and elder dolphins will even teach the young dolphins how to help the fishermen catch mullet. It's like something straight out of a Disney Pixar movie. We always knew that dolphins were the most awesome of the sea creatures. Where else in the world would this ever happen? Only in Brazil. Have you ever seen anything quite like this before?
No, never.
Number 12. Police riding buffaloes. For over 25 years now, this unusual mode of transport has been the preferred choice for a police force serving near the Amazon.
This one is funny. What?
On River Delta, the rough terrain in the region has always been a problem. But
it still happens today?
the cops here don't rely on quad bikes or jeeps. Instead, they've adopted the Asian water buffalo in order to get from A to B. But why buffaloes? Well, the answer is quite simple. They move faster through water and swamps than any other form of transport. And on the Amazon River island of Marajo, northern Brazil, it isn't just the police that make use of the area's huge buffalo population. You can also try a delicious scoop of buffalo ice cream, a slice of buffalo cheese, or even a juicy buffalo steak. Yep, Marajo pretty much worships the buffalo, and there are reports of up to 1 million of the furry-horned creatures living on the island. The local legend states that a freight ship carrying the exotic Asian water buffalo crashed on the coast here in 1890, and the ones that made it out of the shipwreck and onto the dry land multiplied, making this island the official second home for the water buffalo. We've got to admit, this is one of the seriously cool methods of transport, and a vehicle with fearsome horns is infinitely more impressive than a regular car. But what do you guys think?
Hope they are not dangerous though. Hope they don't hurt the people in the city.
Number 11. Meeting of waters. Where the Rio Negro and Rio Solimões rivers meet up to form the lower Amazon River, an amazing natural phenomenon has occurred. It goes by the name the Meeting of Waters, and it really is something special. A unique blend of different speeds, temperatures, and densities creates a spectacular visual display that lasts for 6 kilometers. The awesome sight is so significant that it can be viewed from space. While the Rio Negro River is a dark black color due to the plant material it picks up through the jungles of Colombia, the Rio Solimões is a paler brown color due
and they don't mix. That's actually good.
To the sediment it collects as it flows from the Andes Mountains. And color is not the only difference. The Negro River is faster flowing, while the Solimões flows at a slower pace. Not only that, but there is a big temperature difference between the two as well. All these irreconcilable differences mean that when the two rivers finally clash in Brazil, their waters simply cannot merge together. It's a huge attraction for tourists who travel from all over the globe to witness this incredible force of nature. Just another reason why Brazil is such a unique and fascinating country. We'd love to take a boat trip to the Meeting of Waters, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Number
I'll
10.
do that. I'd like to see that.
Feijoada, the national dish of Brazil. This is one plate of food that really represents the country perfectly.
That looks
It's
good.
hearty, strong in flavor, and not for the weak. This adaptable bean stew is served everywhere in Brazil, from fine dining restaurants to street vendors, and Brazilians can't get
That looks very delicious. I would like to try that.
enough of this meaty dish. Yup, feijoada is the official taste of
Feijoada.
Brazil. The word feijão means bean in Portuguese, and the core ingredient of this unique dish is, of course, the black bean, which is then stewed over low heat with salted pork, beef, and smoked sausage. We really want to sample a bowl of this soul food. And if you don't have your plane ticket to Brazil booked yet, then hopefully you will run into 1 or 2 expat Brazilians selling this delicious delicacy at international food markets around the world. Number 9. The world's largest cashew tree. Can you imagine one giant tree that feels like an entire forest? It might sound unbelievable, but it's totally real. Yep, the O Maior Cajueiro do Mundo is the world's largest cashew tree, and it produces one of the world's most delicious nuts. We love cashew nuts, so we would definitely want to check out this enormous and abundant tree if we were ever to visit Brazil. A huge sprawling canopy envelopes the walkways surrounding this miraculous plant, and it has multiple trunks that spread across 2 whole acres.
2 acres.
You can find
That's
this beloved cashew tree nearby the
tree.
beautiful Parangi beach on Brazil's coast, and it's now a popular tourist attraction after entering the Guinness World Records in 1994. Have you ever seen a tree quite like this before?
Never.
Number 8. The fire-friendly plant. It doesn't get any more unexpected than this. We've heard of life-saving plants in the Amazon, but what about a flower that comes back from the dead after a devastating wildfire? Yep, we've heard a lot about raging forest fires in Brazil over the last couple of years, but did you know that there's a unique flower in Brazil that actually springs into life straight after a fire has passed? Yeah, just 1 day later, this hardy little plant experiences a super bloom, and it's stunning.
Wow.
Bulboslis paradoxa is a Brazilian plant that has adapted to wildlife in the most astonishing way. While trees in the area are razed and destroyed, the fighter flower survives and thrives. They can be found in the awesomely biodiverse savanna lands in the Cerrado in Brazil and are just one of the tens of thousands of amazing and unique species that live in the South American biome. We've said it before and we'll say it again. There's nowhere quite like Brazil. Number 7.
Yeah, this video is very educative. If you don't see videos like this, there's no way you can't even imagine things like this. Not even one of the things he said so far. You can't even imagine it.
Mount Roraima, the triple border. How on earth has a famous movie not been filmed here yet? This exquisite location is by far one of the most interesting border points in the world, dividing Brazil from Guyana and Venezuela. Mount Roraima rests in between the 3 countries and is the highest of the Pacaraima mountain chain in South America. Isn't it stunning? Not only is it breathtaking, but it's also one of the oldest geological formations.
It looks like it's even above cloud level. You see, you can see the cloud from there.
On the entire planet, dating back to about 2 billion years ago. Whoa! Indigenous people in the area had a deep respect for this mountainous sandstone plateau, which they believed was an ancient tree stump, felled from a gigantic tree that held all of the fruit and vegetables in the world. When it was chopped down by trickster Macunaíma, it is said that the epic tree crashed to the earth and caused a devastating flood. Today, traveling backpackers and climbers scale the mammoth triple-bordered mountain, and scientists rush to the spot to discover new isolated species that have thrived on this unique and barren rock surface. What a truly amazing place Mount Roraima is. Another jewel of Brazil. Number 5. So what does the average beach scene in Brazil look like? Well, there's plenty of tanning and sunbathing to be seen, just like anywhere else in the world. However, there's something quite different about the beach bum lifestyle here that makes Brazil so special. Being athletic in Brazil is just a normal way of life. So whether it's dancing, football, futsal, MMA, or volleyball, practically every Brazilian person possesses at least some basic skills in one of those sports. If you love soccer or football, then you will already know what an incredible reputation Brazil has on the world playing field. After all, they're the only country to have ever won 5 World Cup titles. Yep, when the World Cup comes around every 4 years, most Brazilians are even allowed to work part-time or not at all in order to catch the Brazil games. Okay.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, admit it, we are kind of jealous.
Wow.
It's not only
I'm
ball
jealous
games
too.
like soccer and volleyball that the Brazilians excel in. Nope, martial arts such as Capoeira and Jiu-Jitsu are a way of life in Brazil, and keeping fit and healthy in general is super important in this South American country. We can't think of another country that is more fitness obsessed. What about you guys? Number 4. Floating Island, Iguaju Falls. On the border of the Argentine province of Misiones and the Brazilian state of Paraná, there is a natural wonder that rivals all others in the world. From the Guarani or Tupi words "y" meaning water and "huaçu" meaning big, Iguaju literally translates to big water. And it doesn't come much bigger than this. Yup, this legendary Iguazu Falls may be one of the most beautiful waterfalls on the entire planet, but it's also the largest waterfall system in the entire world. It completely dwarfs Niagara Falls, as Iguazu measures in at a whopping 269 feet compared to Niagara's height of 165 feet. We didn't think it was even possible to outshine Niagara Falls with its 275
That's crazy. I won't even stand around it. I'll be too scared to stand around.
distinct falls and large floating islands. That exquisite South American waterfall system is like nowhere else on Earth. We think that it looks like a location straight out of a thrilling adventure movie. How did Brazil get so lucky? We really want to go and check this phenomenal waterfall out. What do you guys think of the Iguazu Falls? Number 3. Carnival. Does your hometown host a carnival? Well, you might as well forget about your local festivals, dance parties, and street fests.
We have one in Nigeria too, my city, Cross River State, Calabar. We have it. The biggest street party in Africa. We usually have carnivals too. Something like this, but I've never seen the Brazilian one. I'd like to check out the Brazilian one.
Because the truth is that nothing really compares to Brazil's carnival scene, and even more specifically, the Rio Carnival. Yup, it's the party to end all parties, and the hottest carnival in the entire world. You just can't beat it. This insane bash first began way back in 1723, in the week running up to Lent, and it's gone from strength to strength ever since. Loud, colorful costumes, banging music, and millions of party-loving people all combined in this legendary Sambadrome Marquês de Sapucaí venue, and the atmosphere is always totally electric. And that isn't even half of it. Outside the Sambadrome, over 300 street parties take place, bringing the whole city to life. This is one party where everyone...
I want to go. Now I want to go to Brazil more than ever.
...is invited, including the rest of the world. If you ever dreamed of traveling to Brazil, then the beginning of each calendar year really is the best time to go out and get a true Brazilian experience. Bring your best feathered headdress, and we'll meet you at the Sambadrome. Number 2. Capoeira. Get ready for a martial art like no other, a fighting dance that has evolved over the decades and centuries, stemming from the rich cultural diversity informing Brazil from over 4 different continents. It's thought to have originated in the 16th century as a method of fighting and self-defense used by enslaved Africans and disguised as a dance. Nowadays, this art is a phenomenon all over the world, but Brazil is still the home of capoeira. The ginga, a rocking step, is at the center of this complex dance, keeping the capoeirista in a constant state of motion while they fight in the roda, which is a circle formed of singers and musicians that provide the rhythm for the capoeira match. Yet there's no other discipline quite like the unique art of capoeira, and it's been an important part of the Brazilian culture for centuries now. If you want to give it a go, then you don't have to travel to South America, as there are lots of schools all over the world where you can get involved. But if you want to get right to the heart of this awe-inspiring martial art, you simply must head to its birthplace in Brazil for the true capoeira experience.
This is very athletic, and they must all be in sync. Yeah, because if you miss your rhythm, you can just ruin somebody's, I don't know, joint or back. Yeah, you have to be in sync.
Number 1. Passions for the forest. As much as we've heard stories about logging and degradation in Brazil, one thing is absolutely for sure. The people of Brazil have a fierce loyalty to Mother Nature unlike anywhere else in the world. While Brazil unfortunately faces huge amounts of industry and logging that threatens their forests, including the precious Amazon rainforest, there are people out there fighting to make sure the country has a bright and luscious future instead of a barren one. This awesome Brazilian couple regrew an entire forest in the Minas Gerais state in just 20 years, and their work is not done yet. Just by planting native plants and trees on the lifeless, degrading plot of land, Brazilian photojournalist Sebastião Ribeiro Salgado and his wife, Lélia de Luz Banek Salgado, managed to revive their old cattle ranch and transform it into a living, breathing forest that boasts 300 species of trees and saw the return of over 170 species of birds. 30 species of mammals, and 15 species of reptiles and amphibians. That's right, this inspiring Brazilian couple brought a forest back to life, and hopefully many more all over the world will follow in their footsteps. There's only one planet Earth after all. We told you that Brazil was an awesome place. Yup, this vibrant country is truly one of a kind. There's just nowhere else quite like it on the planet. We're officially adding Brazil to our bucket list. What about you guys?
Yeah,
there are just so many unexpected things you'll only see here in Brazil. From epic rainforests teeming with rare and unique species to ancient traditions and next-level sports, this massive country really does have it all. So, have you guys ever been to Brazil? We want to hear all about it. Or maybe you live in Brazil and you've seen these unexpected things with your own eyes. Let us know in the comment section below.
Okay, that was a very good video, and it was an 18 minutes long video, but you don't feel it because everything is just, you're curious. It just sparks your curiosity to see what is next. That was very, very informative. Well, I had a very good time. I think Brazil is going to be, I wanted to go to Maui first, but that's Hawaii. But I think Brazil is getting on top of that list. Yeah, too many interesting things. I really like to see how they catch the fishes, you know, how they work with the dolphins to catch fishes. That really stood out to me. It felt really interesting. Let me know what you think of that video. Let me know which one interests you more or which part you would like to see more. You know, talk to your boy. Let's have a discussion in the comment section. This is the end of this video. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.